Hi, everybody. So I felt the push to come on here and talk about something that has been on my mind and on my heart. And it is not having the answer as soon as you want it. So this is coming to me when, especially when you can do all the things, you journal, you you do all the somatic practices, and that answer that you are necessarily desiring, or that answer that you want to come, that your intention is out there to come to you, it doesn't come. And this can be frustrating to the ego. And it is in that process that you have learned, that you have to learn again, has been the theme of my videos lately, is surrender and to let go. So these practices are still useful. Journaling, the somatic practices, movement, all these practices are definitely useful and into getting into the body. And journaling, especially if you're someone who has a lot of mental chatter, or that is a very good practice to get things down out of the head onto the paper, and just like out of your head, really. And typically this happens for a lot of people who are very logical thinkers. Maybe some of us are conditioned to be logical thinkers. A lot of us are. And also some people are just naturally that way. And some people have had trauma in their life where it feels more safe to be in their head rather than their body. It feels more stable and more predictable and logical to be in that space. So these are all, of course, still practices that I believe in and that I use in my coaching containers, and they do work. And there are times, though, where I really believe in getting to the root and the why, but not all the time we're able to get there right away. And then, maybe I ask questions, we get to get even deeper into it, and then the answer comes up, which is why I feel coaching is very useful in the healing space, because it sometimes helps you reflect back to you something that maybe you're not thinking about, or you can't see at the moment, and that person's able to reflect for you to come up with your own answer that was already within you, because again, you are whole and the answer is already within you. But as a coach, it's really just reflecting back to you for your becoming of who you already are. So it's just basically reflecting back to you the answer that is already within. And it doesn't necessarily have to come like in 2 seconds, especially like when you're journaling on your own, or you're doing some practices on your own. The ego wants this answer to come really quickly, and sometimes you have to come back to that surrendering and letting go, and understand that the answer may not come when you want it to, but it is going to come when you need it. It's going to come at the right time, at the time that is in your best favor, best case scenario. And it's really coming back to that trust and that surrender. So yeah, I'm just coming on here just to say that, because I think sometimes we get super frustrated because we're doing all the things and not getting the results that we want at that moment, at that time that we want it. And because we are not, we become discouraged. And I'm just on here to encourage you that maybe there are practices that can shift, but a lot of times it just takes that letting go and still devoting yourself to your becoming, into yourself, into your growth, into your expansion, and also realizing that you're already whole and letting go and trusting the universe that the answer will come when it needs to come. So, if you have any time in your life where you like wrote out everything, you journaled about it, you came to the root immediately, I would love to hear maybe some questions that you asked yourself, or maybe a time where you did all the things and then when you let it go, an answer immediately came. So I would love to hear from you. Obviously, as always, it's always helpful to hear from, multiple people about their journeys, because it helps us to grow, it helps us to relate, and as human beings, we do desire to belong and to communicate with each other. So I think it's super helpful to really, be in that space with each other. And if you are interested in coaching or just curious about it, you can always reach out to me, email me, or send me a message. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, just leave a message in the comments and let me know how you feel. And I will talk to you soon.